Hey guys, it's DC here, and today I want to talk to you about how COVID-19 is affecting IT jobs. So just to sort of broaden the topic here, I'm not just talking about cybersecurity jobs, I'm talking about pretty much all jobs in IT, but I will focus on cybersecurity at the end. So a question came to me the other day with someone asking me if I think that IT jobs are going to be affected by this pandemic that's currently throwing the world out of order. The short answer is yes, but the long answer is things were going to change anyway. Let me explain. So there's all of the low-level IT jobs like help desk and things that already could be automated are likely going to be progressed now to be automated much faster. The reason for that is that employers are making less money, which means there's less possibility for new employees to come in. At the same time, there's also a massive flood of new people coming into IT, especially at the lower level tiers of work from other jobs like retail and hospitality type jobs that have been absolutely smashed by this pandemic. So the answer there is sort of that yes, these low level, or not low level, I don't want to take away from the work that people on like help desks and stuff do, but you know what I mean, like it's an entry level position, and those ones are definitely going to be at risk, mainly because of things like automation and because of the flood of new potential employees taking over the market. Now, of course, employers are going to choose someone with more skill and more experience over someone who's worked at a cafe for 4 years to come into an IT job. But at the same time, a lot of these things come down to helping your friends and family. And if an employer has like a nephew or a niece who could potentially take phone calls on a help desk, instead of him paying double for someone who's got experience and certifications, I'm pretty sure if I was that employer, I would be taking the family any day, because the rest of the family is also going to be asking, why don't you just employ your nephew who can do the job for half the price, and at least then you'll be helping the family and blah, 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 all that sort of bullshit. And those sort of things won't last. Sometimes it might be good. Who knows? They might be an absolute gun and turn out to be really good at taking phone calls and triaging that sort of work. But I think in the long run, they're going to discover that those new employees are pretty cruddy, and that the ones with more skills and certifications and experience are obviously better for the job. But yeah, the initial shock is that I think a lot of entry-level positions are going to be scattered. And by scattered, I mean like thinned out with, like family and friends taking the easier jobs, as well as other people who are working in other areas of IT who have lost their job and are now just scrambling to find any work that they can. So yeah, it's an interesting time for people in entry-level positions, job seekers, especially looking for jobs. I actually applied for a job that I won't mention the company name, just a couple of weeks ago, and I passed their technical test and their phone interview test. They said I did great, but I haven't heard anything back from them, and I think I know the reason. But yeah, it's an interesting time. It's a little bit scary, and for those of you who want to reach out and you have concerns, please do comment below, or if you want to message me privately, jump on Discord, send me a message in there, or talk to the guys in that group. There's a lot of people. There's like 900 people in my Discord. So if you want to come in there and have a chat to other people who are in similar positions to you, or who have already gone through what you're now going through, that's a good place to start and have a chat. Now, onto cybersecurity and how this could potentially affect cybersecurity roles. Like I said at the start, I think automation is going to play a big part coming up in the next 6 to 12 months. Things that I'm mostly concerned about at the moment is privacy, as governments take more control over, I guess, environments. More people are working from home. Privacy and security concerns are at the top level, and I am a little bit worried about different security protocols being broken, Hackers are obviously taking advantage of this time and making things a little bit tricky, but at the same time, that's actually creating more work for cybersecurity teams, which is obviously a good thing. So cybersecurity roles, I think, are safe for the moment, apart from the entry-level ones, which are likely to be automated or flooded from other people coming up if there is a potential opportunity for them to do so. A lot of the time, a lot of people think that cybersecurity is just one of those jobs you can jump into straight out of high school, and it's not. I don't know if you know anyone who works in cybersecurity, but most of them have worked in IT for a number of years, doing either sysadmin work or network engineering or developing or forensics type work before, and even like veterans who already have a very security focused life and they're very regimented with how they operate and do things. Those guys are also more likely to move into a cybersecurity role than someone straight out of high school. So for all of the viewers here who are like 16 to 18 years old, I'm very sorry to give you that bad news. But yeah, for everyone else, I think you're all pretty safe. I think your cybersecurity roles are safe. I think most of the network engineer and sysadmin roles are more or less safe. I think help desk is at a little bit of a risk, but if you are good enough at what you're doing, you're likely not to get removed. You've still got to take all of those calls from all of the staff or employees or however the organization is set up. You still need to take all those calls. You still need to do those jobs. And if you're doing a good job, they're not going to replace you unless you cost way too much to have in there. And I actually saw a conversation from another guy in my Discord server the other day, and he had lost his job and he was working as a, I think he's in the networking department of a managed service provider. And he did lose his job, unfortunately, but someone on a lower level who gets paid less than him was able to keep their job. Now, the reason he explained, and I agree with him, is that that guy gets paid less and he's newer to the company, so they're just going to basically put the slave collar on that guy and ride him like an absolute train, because he's going to be working long hours, he's going to be getting grilled, the customers won't like him because he obviously doesn't have the experience, and that sucks. But at least that guy's been given a sort of hidden blessing, I guess, where he's been removed from a toxic environment and can later, once all of this has sort of washed over, go back to working in a better company with potentially more money and more resources to play around with. So it's not all bad, and it's obviously not all good either, but I tend to take a pretty optimistic view on life, and I think if you're in trouble at the moment, looking for a job, and you're not able to get a job, just wait a little bit. There are other avenues for making money. There's things like Airtasker or Service Seeking or Fiverr, where you can make a few dollars. I know those markets are particularly flooded at the moment. It's not easy. There's things like bug bounties that you could do as well, which could potentially make you money, but maybe not. Maybe take this downtime to learn a new skill. Maybe you didn't know anything about development before and you would really like to learn some stuff about PHP or Python or C, and you never really had the time to do it before. Maybe now's a good time to learn it. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I have to say about if this pandemic is going to take jobs away from IT people. Yes, it will. It's mostly entry level. The people in the mid to upper levels are pretty safe, as long as you're good at what you do and you're not being overpaid already, or if the organization you work for is kind of shit anyway and can't afford to have real staff, then I guess that's their loss. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, please do give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and please do leave a comment if you have any suggestions or comments that you want to leave about this topic. I'm always keen to have a chat with you all, so yeah, let me know what you've got to say, and I'll see you on the next video. Catch you later.